Attention is a drug. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. For 5 minutes of likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes. Attention is a drug. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. For 5 minutes of likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Jury's Lounge. I'm Michael. Mhm. And welcome. Well, thank you guys so much. So, Luxurious. We're here, Luxurious, where, winning's our trademark. Right, Mark?
I'm doing great. Sorry for the intro play. I knew intro you guys like it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Your mic's off a little bit. Can you just fix it up? Turn up a little bit? Can you hear
Can you
better?
hear me a bit?
Yeah, I hear you better now. Yeah. Yes. Hey.
Yeah, I was
Hi.
saying, I hope you guys hear our new. I was listening to our new music as it was coming in. It takes a few seconds when it comes in, but it's great. It's sounding really good, Mikey. So how have you been? How are you going?
I'm good. Really busy, working a lot. Things have been good. Just been working a ton. That's all. Nothing really crazy or new to really talk about. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Just it's winter time here, so in Edmonton, it's either really, really, really like crazy, like it's like raining icicles and ice and ice cubes, or it's like just beautifully and sunny. So right now we're at the ice stage still, so it's pretty bad outside just in terms of the amount of snow and stuff. How about you in California? How's it there?
Well, it's a California winter, which means it's raining hard. That's all. So
Mhm.
it's raining really hard the last couple of days. I think we've had a storm that's come in for a week, so it's been very, very like almost like torrential rain every night here where I live at now. I know a new climate from. It's funny. I moved maybe 20 or maybe less than 15 miles away from where I used to live, and the weather's completely different. So, but that's how it is in the Bay Area. So
Nice.
well, before we start, you guys always know we want to hear from you. Please hit us up on any of our platforms. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We are also on SoundCloud. You can watch us there. You can also hit us up on Facebook and also again, I said Facebook, Twitch.
Right.
And also, don't forget to like as the song says, like, comment, share,
And
repeat.
repeat. Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
We'll give you a minute to do that. So.
Yeah. We'll do it right now. Actually, we'll wait. Ting. We'll wait.
Okay. Have you done it yet?
Exactly. So we'll get right into our stories today. Would you like to go first, brother?
Sure, I'll go first. So,
Okay.
my first story today is something very interesting. So I don't know if you guys know this, but the current administration has actually rolled back the clean car, basically uh, ruling for people, basically in general.
Like discount for.
for all the things that the last our old president or Vice President Al Gore did, they're actually kind of reverting back everything back. So all clean car acts and things of that nature, anything dealing with emissions has been rolled back so that we can get more
Mhm.
purchases of bigger cars and larger fuel utility tools, utility vehicles. So this definitely is going to put a hamper on the environment and cause a lot of reversing of a lot of the great things that actually happen with pollution. So, Mike, what do you think about this particular?
Well, I think it's going to set it back for sure. I think it's a way of the government trying to control the standards on what money is spent on for the consumer. So I think cars in general is a big thing, and gasoline is always a huge thing. So they're always going to prioritize fossil fuels over anything else. So I think this is kind of like par for the course with this administration. That's what I think. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
What do
I think that it's kind of sad because I think we're not thinking about people in the future, like all the kids and things in the future that they'll actually want clean air and like trees and things that are actually important to living on Earth. I think we need to definitely we just be aware and understand that we're all connected in a way, and if we let one particular thing down in nature, as far as like even when it comes to like just small things like driving your car every day, think about it. It's okay if one person drives your car, but think about every single person drives their car to go to work every single day. Think how that affects the environment. So it's
you
important.
do?
Yeah. So my,
I
okay,
agree. I agree. My go. Yeah. So my story there. So basically, I'm not sure what's going on in terms of corporations right now. There's been so many recalls for so long. I just kind of feel like is Dr. Plutonium from the Powerpuff Girls like making food for the dogs right now? Because what's happening is they're finding lead and mercury and all this weird stuff in the dog food, which shouldn't be there. So
oh, you
um,
know,
yeah. So if you have a pupper or you have a the little one you care about, a furry loved one that you love so much. Make sure you check the label or check. This is mostly food, kids kibble. I'm not sure if it's wet food. I think it's more so dry food. So if I were you, just make sure you kind of Google it and check your brand dog food. Make sure it's not affecting your pet. Mark, what do you think about this?
you know how much we love, and at this luxurious, we love dogs. At this juncture we're at with our group, we love animals. So it sucks that basically that animals have to suffer because of a human error. But yeah, make sure you definitely check your foods. Make sure you're actually checking the expiration dates for sure, and also checking all the I think the codes in the backs, and I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
they'll have
the
call.
branding, all that stuff. Yeah.
It's important you check it. Yeah.
Take care of your bit. Like a bitch. I'm sorry. You say that. You can say it's a dog.
You know what?
It's fine.
Is, you know,
I got all these bitches. We should take care of them. We should feed them properly.
and not
Um,
catch the dogs. But yes, so yeah,
it's a bro.
today actually, so my next story today is actually National Random Acts of Kindness Day. So if you didn't know this, every February 17th, it's actually a national day where you just do random acts of kindness. You help people, you give them gifts, or you just basically show that you care. It's just a cool human generosity where you just basically give back to individuals. The movement with random acts of kindness inspires people every day as a favorite celebration of many. People everywhere are enjoying doing these acts of kindness. Not only doing acts of kindness brings joy to the receiver, they also spread positive reactions to the giver too. Mike, what do you think about this day?
I mean, I think because it's National Awareness of National Random Acts of Kindness Day. One that they should do is give us money. I'm kidding. No, don't do that. Don't do that. But we'll take a like, a comment, and all that stuff. Sharing that is like indirectly donating to us for sure. Yeah, I think it's amazing. I think it is good to remember to be kind to each other. I feel like it's kind of sad that we have to have a day for that. I feel like every day should be that, and I feel like um, we here at Luxurious, we go about the platinum rule, right? So the golden rule is treat people the way you want to be treated. The platinum rule is treat people better than you want to be treated, right? So we believe in the platinum rule, don't we, bro?
So yeah, I do. We definitely agree with that. And Mike, I want to ask you. So, what is one thing that you actually randomly given to someone that's very kind that you're looking?
Um, I let it be live, and I didn't have to go and go. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I was kidding. One random act of kindness I did. I feel like I do a lot all the time. I give out free sessions sometimes. I give out like I will if someone doesn't have enough money for certain things, I will I'll forward the bill for it. Yeah, if I see someone homeless, I give money to someone who's homeless, or like if I see people donating food, I give them food. I don't know. Me and my brother have always grown up to always give back. Like back in the day, we used to do nonprofit for convalescent homes.
Hmm.
So always been always taught to that it's equally important that you spend time with the community and do things, out of the kindness of your heart. Yeah. How about you, bro? What do you do?
Sure. I can say one of the coolest things I've done. I think Mike, you know this. When we were back in Virginia, and I if you guys don't know, I'm a huge kind of when it comes to um, academics. I'm kind of a bit of a nerd when it comes to math. So I was always been really good at I wasn't always great at math, but I learned it in college and got really connected with it and started to, I guess, be really informed with it. So I got so great that one of my friends was struggling in math. He's taking a class, so I actually offered for free to tutor him. Actually, and he actually ended up getting a B out of the class. So I'd say that was
Wow.
great random acts of kindness I did. But
Mhm.
I think also another thing of we're kind of defeating the purpose, because another really important thing of acts of kindness is not being so braggadocious about it too. So a lot of things that me and Mike come down, we don't really talk about, but I think also it's good to just do them and just not really say too much about them too, because that shows how much you're not doing it because of the clout, you're doing it because you care.
Yeah. Because
So
it's the right thing to do.
so
Right.
your act of kindness, you could today just if you can put something kind in the comments, just something kind about about us or about anyone that you know, or just in general, to tell us what you're actually the best thing you've actually given someone.
Or actually, anything means fine too.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
Just if you say something nice in the comments, so it doesn't have to
Really
be anything crazy. So anything nice. That's be a right act of kindness.
nice. Because we will find you.
Yes, and
We will.
we'll look you up.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey,
my,
Mike.
Yeah. So okay. So everyone's really mad at the Ring cameras right now. Ring cameras, the door cameras that
Mhm,
show the outside of the perimeter and everything.
mhm.
So there's a big thing going on where they're trying to roll out this new program, which basically helps people find their dog or animals. Well, how the system does this, it uses all the Ring cams in a particular area to be used at once to surveil the neighborhood, which raises a lot of um, personal concerns in terms of privacy and accessibility to things, right? So um, I feel like we're already on our way to Big Brother knowing absolutely everything we're doing. I feel like
Mhm.
it's kind of a dangerous thing to do. But Mark, what do you think about this?
I mean, why not have a camera in your bathroom where they can find your dog? I mean, why? No, I'm kidding.
I mean, exactly.
No, no. I think this is. I definitely agree. I think there should be some stipulations when it comes to that. If everyone agrees to that, then that's fine. The neighborhood, if or they have a certain obligation, where everyone comes together and they say, okay, yeah, we all will give consent to actually have you use my camera. It's fine. But for
Mhm.
you just to take someone's camera information or just their visual and just use it, I think that's not a great idea. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's something we definitely should have a regulation over.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit ridiculous. I feel like, yeah, we need to go into like, I think that they'll give you an option to opt out of it, so you don't have to do it. But still, but I feel like just you remember the big controversy about laptops and cameras, how they say no matter what, even if you didn't agree to it or it's on, it's always on. So I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where it's always on. So be really careful about that. If you own a ring cam, make sure you take care of that. So, bro, it's your turn.
Sure, sure. I'll go next. So, if you guys didn't know, Valentine's Day just recently passed on the passed on the 14th. So, did you? So, everyone's heard about Valentine's Day. Have you heard about Galentine's Day? So,
I actually heard about this. I never heard about this yet.
so Valentine's Day happens on the 13th of February, and it's basically a time where instead of celebrating romantic love between couples, Valentine's Day, which originated in 2010, Sigon's Park Recreation, it's actually a day where women come together and actually celebrate their friendship with other women. So who don't have Valentine's. So, Mike, what do you think about this particular day? And do you think it's a cool day, or do you think what do you think about it? I'm curious.
I think it's okay. I think yeah. I think they should have a Galentine's Day and a Palentine's Day. It'd be cool, right, for the guys, right?
Mhm.
So that way it kind of balances out. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think Yeah, I think everyone needs to be represented. I feel like it's so commercialized that you need to be with somebody or have a diamond or go on a date or whatever. Sometimes it's good just to be with your friends or just hang out with your your girls, your guys. I think it's absolutely amazing idea. What do you think, Mark?
I totally agree. I think it shouldn't necessarily be about romantic love. There's two different types of love. Right? There's agape, there's platonic.
Yeah, yeah,
There's two types of love. You can look that up online, all the things we're talking about. But in general, I think it's great to celebrate friendship and friends. And I feel like our birthday is like around me and Mike's birthday. I feel like instead of us celebrating our birthday, which we do celebrate, because we're born, but I think it's become more of us celebrating all of our friends hanging together and enjoying the time. That's what I feel like is great about this around this era and this time. So I definitely encourage people to also, like Michael said, it doesn't have to be a particular day. Just go and just show appreciation to people that you love and give them a hug and take them out sometimes, or just let them know that they're appreciated.
because self love is appreciated as well too.
Yes, but don't do that. We can't do that here on TV. We'll get demonetized.
Oh yeah, yeah. Don't get the hand. Yeah, don't do that.
We'll do that.
Yes, but I guess it's a good segue to me. I guess. So we're talking about Olympic ski jumpers have been. I'm not sure if you guys heard about this. This is called penis skate. Whatever's going on. Basically, what's happening is if you didn't know what's happening is that basically the skiers they're injecting themselves with hyaluronic acid, which makes their members really big, so they're able to buy bigger regulated pants, and because the pants are bigger, more bigger, when you go in the air, they create a drift so that they can go further in their landing. So they actually go further and actually make more. They are able to win gold medals, right? And a few athletes have been caught at the Olympics for doing this, using these hyaluronic acids and injecting them into themselves. What do you think about this, Mark?
I think that's crazy. I think I understand the science behind it, but why?
Yeah, for the drift. So it's basically because their pants. Because
No. I know that. I'm saying why do it though. I think it could cause issues. Correct.
I mean, yeah, but also it's for the amount of sponsorships. You can get $1 million with endorsement deals if you win a gold medal, right? So you're able to get further and float further because you're able to get bigger pants. Like a flying squirrel, you can fly with a big penis. That's kind of weird. I know it's weird.
That's fine. It's funny. I get it.
I never thought they had the same sentence, but go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
It's so cheating. It's so cheating. I think honestly, like anytime you use your clothes as a means of getting further, I think that's not good. I think it's not fair. What do you think, Mike?
Or use their penis as a weapon. You're saying as a tool to get further. I mean, like I guess it's like a normal society.
I mean,
that's already creating
it is 2026.
Valentine's Day. It was Valentine's Day. I understand why. It makes sense.
The source we have here, y'all.
They write themselves. Circle of life. Circle of life, I guess.
Yeah.
And now it's your turn, bro. Your turn.
Okay. So I have a very interesting one. So we can't talk about too much of this, but I'll go over some kind of key points of it. So you guys know about Epstein, about the situation that if you don't know, you'll be living under a rock. All of what's happening with that and the case. So apparently there's a couple words that have been actually multiply popping up in this report with the files. Basically, one of them is of course pizza. The other one is actually ironically jerky, and jerky's mentioned 380 times in the file. And people have speculation on what it could be. Basically, with the jerky term, basically there is a. I explain this without getting demonetized. Okay, so lack of evidence. People don't really know specifically what it is, but they kind of pointed to there is a restaurant called The Cannibal that actually a chef actually kept talking about it in the files of his created. It's a restaurant there, and basically in the file, someone keeps talking about how this is really good food product, and that basically they only want to eat that the whole entire time, and they always want to. It's a hot commodity, and they always want to have it, and they were upset that they weren't able to get it. So, and then with that or the combination of people coming up missing, so like that, you can put
Yeah.
two pieces together. You can constantly together to figure out what they're talking about. So, Mike, what do you think about this? Do you think that more crazy stuff will come out about these files and about?
I mean, Mark, it couldn't get any more crazier than a pink elephant walking backwards I don't know in a dungeon in high heels. I don't know. I mean, it's the craziest stuff ever. Um, there's no way to make sense of any of it. I feel like yeah, from my understanding, the pizza and the jerky are like being two different genders. My understanding of it, and also it's not just that's a reveal in the files. Also, the Wayfair, allegedly the Wayfair and the Walmart, like all that stuff is like revealed to be kind of true. Where like that like a person's name set a picture of furniture and a price. I said allegedly. I'll say it again allegedly. That this is actually them selling the actual person because the person's missing
The product.
the product, the product that duvet set or that I don't know whatever you call it, the cabinet.
Love seat.
Yeah. So I would say there's so much stuff going to occur out on that. Be very careful. I say if you haven't a chance, if you haven't heard about this, I feel like you're on the rock because you can't turn around without bumping into the files some sort of way, or on radio or see on TV or something. So I think it's really it's sad that these things are coming to light. I hope that there's actual change, but I feel like what needs to happen is probably this is meant to be rebuilt from the ground up for it to be fixed. I think hopefully this will be the thing that will do it. Hopefully, I think. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I think there's a lot more to this than we know, and I think also it's kind of sad that I know it actually is sad that no one's really putting enough effort into resolving things with it, and I think it shows how much kids and women are undervalued in our world and how they need to be
taken advantage of and abused, and it's really sad. I'll say two more things before we end our show. So, kind of to dovetail on what we talked about earlier with the ring cams, there's also another thing going to come out with the ring cams too. It's called GeoSpy. I haven't told Lee about this, but basically what GeoSpy is, basically it's there's a way that computers can actually physically figure out where you are within like a 3-second radius away from. It's insane. Like it can tell exactly where you are and give you a location. And some of the police stations have already bought this type of it kind of goes right in tail with the missing pet thing. So yeah, that's kind of the same thing. I feel like we probably have the same talking points. How do you feel about that? About like someone to find you in a picture within like seconds, know exactly where you're at.
Like I said, I understand for security purposes needing to have that.
Yeah.
So you guys know in the IT world, I understand the importance of that. But I think when it comes to surveillance, I think you have to be really careful with surveillance because in general, people are entitled to their privacy. They should have their privacy, and also they should be able to actually, again, be able to consent to people actually watching them or having to track them. Especially think about if something were to happen where you're being stalked. If you're being stalked, people can actually find you very easily with this software information. So I think we need to be cautious with that. So I think.
So about our last thing in media, I one thing. So I actually got to watch a program today. I'm not sure if you guys got to watch it today. More, have you heard that the documentary is out for America's Next Top Model?
Yeah,
I watched all of it today. Did you watch it or have you watched it yet?
I didn't watch it. I'm going to watch it tonight. Probably.
So it's a 3-part documentary, and let me tell you something. Tyra, I love Tyra to death, but you get kept that. I feel like you really made yourself look really. I'm gonna say one thing. I mean, I feel like she did her best to make sure that she did. I'm gonna say allegedly, like Tara did these things. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we can't talk about. So, but I will say that I kind of feel like all I know is from the highest level of the executives who are producing that show. I've never seen high pimping like that. That's pimping on a whole new level of the way they did cheat those girls. Like they did so much stuff that like I think even a pimp would do this some things they did to them. And so
honestly, it's giving Niecy Nichols on Truck Turner pimping. If you haven't seen it,
it is definitely yes. The Ohora, it is. Yeah. It's giving that. It's giving
get out there and make it look good.
Make it look proper. Shake that and make it look proper. And they did for a check. They all did it. So I mean, I feel bad for everybody involved. It's kind of sad because you'll see when you watch it, Mark. You'll see like from the friendships deteriorated in terms of like the Jays and her and all of this. You'll see the whole thing. I kind of feel like yeah, I feel like my thing is if you're gonna apology, take full responsibility for everything. You can't take partial because I feel like it makes you look insensitive. It makes you like you don't give a care, and it also does you like you're above everybody. You can't do
And
that.
what I also heard was with one of the Jays, I think it's Mr. J. I heard that basically Tyra said she's going to apologize to him, and I actually looked at an article today, and Mr. J read a rebuttal, and he said basically that she has not called him. She said I should call him out. It's a personal matter. I won't go into detail. I should really contact him. And he said, after the interview, at that interview,
Yeah,
he has not been called yet. So that kind of shows to
it's
me
totally.
a bit of there's not a lot of accountability being taken behind the scenes.
I saw the comment. I think it said that someone's giving Tyra full side eye. Yeah, I mean, I get her full frontal face eye, like both. Because honestly, it honestly like to an extent, it's like you need to take when you do apology in general, when it comes to something like that, and it's your creative baby, you take full responsibility. Like there's nothing but I am completely sorry, and I hope everything, I hope we can fix things. That's the only really real good way of actually fixing the situation. But I will say she did try to get in front of it, which is a lot because TikTokers and YouTubers and influencers have been getting a lot of money off of talking about Mary's sex top model because it's such a big cycle, right? So there's so many cycles, so they've been doing that to make a lot of money. So I will say it's good that she got in front of it and she carried the narrative, but you do one more step, Tyra, one more step. That's what I'm saying.
I agree. If you guys didn't know from before, I think you might have a conversation about Tyra before, where when she had an interview with Naomi Campbell, talk about how she's being bullied. Like I said, I knew something weird was going on then with Tyra because it's like there's a point where you can kind of state your piece and not be a bully yourself. But I feel like she used her platform to full on attack Naomi. And I feel like to me that there's a problem. Like you need to, yes, understand that you feel like you deserved your recompense, but then you also be careful because in Errol's eye, you might become the bully by you doing the same
Right.
thing Rose is doing. So it's really
Right.
important.
I feel like it's coming. The chickens come home to roost. I mean,
Yeah.
literally, they come home to roost. So I feel like we'll see what happens. I feel like she said, from what I heard from the documentary, it kind of sounds like she's maybe going to do another cycle of it again later on. But might have misheard her say that, so I'm not sure. Leave in the comments what you think. If it rebooted again, would you watch it again? That's my question.
Did you guys watch the next model? That's in the comments below.
Because also it's our fault too because we all consumed it. That'd be like, come on, when they changed their races and stuff. I didn't see nobody boycott and not watch the show. So we all had to take responsibility for that show as well. You had a black woman becoming Egyptian and a white person's becoming, I don't know, Chinese and Korean. So many, I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah, a black person becoming Cambodian. There was a lot of stuff happening.
There's a lot. Anything to add before you end the show, bro? Anything to add before you end the show?
I have one more story. So my very last story is a really cool, interesting story. I don't know if you guys heard about this. I've learned about this yesterday. I was kind of just perusing around. Have you guys heard about the Dennis the Menace coincidence? Where it was back on March 12th, 1951, where Dennis the Menace was created. Actually, people are always confused. If you go to Europe, there's another Dennis the Menace that happened. But the funny thing is, people always thought that, okay, maybe one person copied the other. Actually, that's not what happened. What happened was actually they both created at the exact same time.
Oh,
So
that's amazing.
what's great interesting is that Dennis the Menace in the States was actually created by he was actually the thought child of the creator who actually he saw his son's name is Dennis. So he always called him Menace. They created that version of it. Whereas in Europe, what happened was the person who created actually heard an old story. It was called old European kind of wise tale. It talked about Dennis the Menace and basically Dennis the Menace. It was a song, and he took that and actually made it a comic. So the Dennis the Menace in England actually has dark black hair, and the Dennis in the States has blonde hair, and they're created maybe 5 hours, actually maybe 6 or 7 hours away from each other. The time frame, 3 days, just 6 or 7 hours away from each other. Mike, what do you think of coincidence? And
I think it's such a play on words. I feel like alliteration in general. I think it was bound to happen. If it was didn't happen, it's gonna happen because it just rhymes, right? Stuff like that would have happened no matter what in general. So I feel like, I don't think anybody's on a soapbox saying I'd rather have Dennis Menace was it so pivotal or so crazy that people were like, oh my God, they're going to be one. I don't think it was that serious. So I think it's pretty cool that that happened. But also, I feel like also it's not going to like we're not going to boycott one for the other. I feel like no one who cares.
But I think also it speaks to but you know how people will patent things. It speaks to having some plausibility of deniability, a little bit of coincidence. Like we shouldn't always assume that people when they create things that they're copying off of someone else. I think there are those moments where things happen, they just happen to randomly.
I mean, people think you copy me, Mark. My looks.
I mean, I did.
Okay, we're twins. We're twins. I can never. I can never do. You know, they were twins. I can never be duplicated. Never be duplicated.
Exactly. I made it better.
I mean, 20 times better. Yes. I am the paragon.
I made it better.
Okay.
No, you're dealing with I'm the paragon of beauty.
Yes, why is a Parthenon? I'm kidding.
You're always an octagon. You're always
Why is octagon? That's so funny. So that's it for today's show. Everyone, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the content. We were so happy you guys got to join us today on our show. I want to wish you guys a happy night. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you next time on Luxurious Lounge.
Bye, guys.
Bye.